This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please seek a medical professional or healthcare provider if you're seeking any medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Thanks, everyone.
Welcome back.
We haven't been here in a while.
I know, because
We've
now
been really busy with
now
life.
We're in your house.
Yes, we're back in my house, guys.
Yes.
I still haven't moved in, but we're not in the laundry room.
No, we're no longer in the laundry room. We're in an actual room.
We're in the guest room.
And there's an actual table, the whole thing. So it's, it's promising. It's good. It's good.
I wish people could see the table.
Well, we'll post
the room
it.
In general.
Well, we'll post at least a table.
Oh my God, no, this is embarrassing. Look at this.
Dude, that's what happens. You're a busy woman and you just bought a house. You just renovated it. You have a child.
I know.
Come on.
I don't have closets, but I have closets coming in soon, so then I can finally move in.
What she means is the inside of the closet for it to be, you know, with the racks.
It's just empty. It's just an empty space. No racks, no nothing. What do I even have in here?
Cheers. Cheers. Okay. We're sitting in front of the closet for this room at least. Yeah. And you might hear a little bit of an echo, but we're trying, guys. We're trying.
Yes.
We're a nomadic type of podcast, at least for right now.
I love our nomadness. Is that a thing?
I guess.
Is that a word? Nomadness?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it sounds like madness, but...
Nomad life?
Yeah, nomad life. Hashtag.
I can't wait till I have this place already, furnished. But anyways, Jules, what are we talking about today?
Well, the people spoke. The people spoke.
We did a poll.
We did a poll on Instagram, on our Instagram page, Funny Medicine. Go find us there if you haven't done so. And I put up a poll, and it was either acne, frostbite, or blood types. It came in real close between acne and blood types. So blood types will come at some other time because obviously you people want it. But acne won, so we're gonna talk about acne.
God, I hate acne.
I hate it too. I don't hate the topic of it. It's gonna, there's a lot to talk about, but my experience of acne sucked.
Yeah, same. Who does it not suck for? I haven't met one person. Don't get me wrong. I've met people that are, confident with acne, but I've never met one person that's like, yes, I have acne and I don't care about it and I love it and it's here to stay.
Oh God, no. And no, I don't believe that. Not for a second. Especially when you're a teenager, you're already so fragile.
My God, I know.
Everything, is sensitive.
Everything is bigger than what it really is.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you have me, I had a pepperoni face. It was awful.
No, yeah.
I had full-on cystic acne.
I never had cystic acne when I was that young.
Oh, I did. It was
I had
awful.
acne, but it was more of the forehead one.
Yeah.
But I never really had it along my jaws or my cheeks. I never had scarring from it.
I do. I still have scarring from it. It's awful.
I had it when I was in med school. Go figure. Adult acne.
Well, because of all the stress you went through. I mean, it had to be that. You went through a tremendous amount of stress. But I mean, so yeah, that's one of the causes. Those are a couple of the causes.
A couple of the causes.
Yeah. So hormones when you're a teenager,
Hormones, and then those hormones increase your grease on your face, or the sebum production is what they want to, how we say it, or the medically correct way, the sebum production in your sebaceous glands, and then the bacteria that lives there thrives on that sebum.
Oh boy.
And then it just comes out of your face, and it's just so horrible. And just thinking about it, my face hurts.
Yeah.
It's hurtful. It's painful.
It's super painful. At least when I had the cystic acne, that it was the big bumps. Oh my God, that would be so sensitive. Just to
no, it's terrible.
It's awful.
It's
awful,
truly
awful.
painful.
Well, I had to take Accutane, which is super
very strong.
It's a very strong drug. My mom had to sign away pretty much our lives for me to take it.
I know. So you can't get pregnant. You have to have blood work every so often.
Yep. To check my liver enzymes and all that. It worked. In a matter of 6 months. It didn't cure my acne because still to this day I have some sort of, but it reduced to I want to say a 85%
Yeah.
of it, which is substantial, especially when I was a teenager, that like I would wake up with another huge planet, which is what I would call it.
Not only that, but when you get to acne like that severe enough that you have to go on Accutane, usually like and you know, I talk about this a lot because I see teenagers all the time.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you know, the parents are worried, as they should be with any medication that you put your kid on. But especially when they have like those kind of side effects.
Yeah.
Like if you get pregnant, it's a teratogen. It's, you know,
which
you
is,
can have liver enzyme or liver disease from it. Like,
what's a teratogen?
So teratogen is anything that like during pregnancy that can have some sort of effect on the baby. So that's considered a teratogen. So you can have medications that are teratogens. You can have like other things that you do that could be a potential teratogen.
Okay.
Like smoking, alcohol, like all those things.
Okay.
So
that can negatively affect
the baby. Exactly.
Got it. Okay.
So I would obviously be concerned too if it's like, you know, oh, this is an acne medication and here we are like sign all these waivers.
Yeah.
So it is. But at the end of the day, like the other things that we're looking at is your day-to-day life. How are you feeling? Are you depressed from your acne?
Yeah.
Are you socially like not even involved in the world anymore because you're too embarrassed to go out of your house? Yeah. And then that young, it's like what you said, you can have potential scarring and permanent scarring too. So usually when I see that kind of acne that could have those potential side effects, that's usually when I'm like, hey, you know, we should go see a dermatologist. And they might not put you on Accutane like right away, but they might come up with like another skin regimen that might help you. But it is usually, I am like on the way to like Accutane.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah. So that, because I know, at least before I got into Accutane, it was like a bunch of creams. I even took like antibiotics, you know, specific forms of antibiotics or whatever. And it was like, it was nothing at that point.
It's like, you know, it sucks because acne is one of those things that it takes forever to go away.
Yeah.
And that is that you have to be extremely regimented.
Yeah.
So you have your skincare routine in the morning. You have your skincare routine at nighttime. If you're sweating during the day, you have to clean your face.
So you're a teenager.
You're a teenager. You're not doing any of that things. Like you can barely take a shower when you're a teenager. And then here I am. I'm asking you to do a 10-step like skincare routine. Yeah. Which I never give them a 10-step.
It's just unrealistic.
Routine. I literally give them 3 products.
Yeah.
And if I can combine anything, I will to make it that much easier for them.
Absolutely, you have to. I mean, come on. You're a teenager. You can't even like wake up on the same time every day. You know?
Exactly.
It's not gonna happen.
But you know,
man. So yeah, like I mean,
a lot of things cause acne.
So so the hormones, stress for sure,
and all of that is just like all like the bump up in like the steroids and everything. And then when you bump up the androgens in your system, you produce more sebum, and then the bacteria that lives there, which is C. acnes, can also thrive, and that makes it worse. But then, you know, it's not just like the inflammatory. Sometimes you can have the like little pustules. Oh, like so the blackheads.
The blackheads and the whiteheads.
Yes, that are just like everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not just like one cystic one or a nodular acne pustule, but it's just everywhere. And there was like this whole entire craze, I remember too, where everyone thought that they had fungal acne.
I heard of that.
Everyone and their mother came to me and they're like, we think they have fungal acne.
What the hell is fungal acne? Like I heard it like by passing, and I'm just like, that doesn't even sound right.
It just looks more like grainy, I want to say. Okay. And it's, instead of being caused by like our typical bacteria and stuff, then it's usually caused by a fungus. Okay. So, but everyone thought that they had fungal acne, and fungal acne is actually not even that common. Okay. Yeah, it's not even that common. I'm not saying that you don't have fungal acne, but literally every teenager that I had came in and they were like, I think I have fungal acne. And I'm like,
sure,
why?
Because of TikTok.
Yeah. No, you don't. You have comedonal acne. And if you do the skincare regimen that I gave you 6 months ago, that you did for 1 week and told me that it did nothing for you, then maybe you would see a difference. It's so frustrating. But I can't blame them.
Yeah, I know. Because I was there too. And that's why I eventually had to go into Accutane, because I wasn't going to do like an 11-step process. Yeah. Like and do this cleanser, toner.
The parents come to me and they're like, oh, doctora, like, you know, it's not working. And then I'm like, are you doing the steps that I gave you? And then they're like, yeah, but you know, it's really hard to do all those steps. And I'm like, what do you want me to too? Like, you want me to give you a magic cream that's gonna go away like in one night?
They
like,
probably
it's not gonna happen.
They probably think that such thing exists, and it's like, no, it really doesn't.
And
like,
I hear the weirdest shit. That people put on their face.
Oh my God, I'm sure. Give me an example.
I had,
because I've heard some weird shit too.
I'll never forget this. I had this kid one time wash his face daily, like 3 times a day with Irish Springs.
Oh yeah, Irish Springs is all over the place for like as a cure-all for everything. Like even mosquitoes. Like you don't want mosquitoes, like you gotta like rub it on your door frame or some bullshit like that. I swear to God. I know this is a tangent, but I swear to God, I saw it on TikTok. I'm like, what the fuck?
I did not know that.
Dude, it's like either mosquitoes or flies, something like that. And it's like all these people, they're holding a bar of Irish Springs on their hand and they're like, you want to get rid of flies? Do this. And then they're just like literally rubbing it. Like if they're doing some brujeria, like some witchcraft shit, like all over their, walls. And I mean, not walls, but like the door frames and stuff. I'm like, this doesn't sound right, guys. Like, I don't know. Hey, maybe it does work, but I haven't tried it. It looks weird.
I had this kid comment like he was washing his face with Irish Springs 3 times a day. And what he ended up doing, he ended up getting like a severe contact dermatitis.
I'm sure he like dried the shit
out of his face.
Oh my God.
And Irish Springs is heavily fragrant.
Yeah.
So I think that also, like, his skin was just pissed.
Oh, poor thing.
And he started peeling like a snake.
Oh.
And he was like, what is going on? And then I was like, what did you do different?
Put down the bar soap.
And then I'm like, and I kept on telling the parents, I was like, something has changed. You put something on your face.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I promise. Nothing. And I'm not over here. I'm not a fly on the wall watching you, what you do every single day.
Yeah.
So on the 3rd visit, okay, I gave him like hydrocortisone.
Yeah.
Just to bring, because it was so bad.
Oh God.
Just to bring down a little bit.
Hurt.
No, his face looked like he got burned.
Right. So it has to hurt like to that level. It's gonna be so sensitive.
Yeah. I was like, I literally don't want you to put anything on your face.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I want you to just wash with water and I want you to put CeraVe.
Yeah.
That is it. Maybe a little bit of hydrocortisone on the spots that were like really bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I don't want you to put anything else. And I was watching him. I was monitoring him like every 3 or 4 days because, me like too, like what is going on? He's telling me that he didn't do anything and I'm not a dermatologist.
Yeah,
right? I can only tell you what I'm used to seeing and what it looks like to me and everything. So I was like, you put something on your face, dude. Like, why? Like, think hard, And then after the 3rd visit, when he was finally getting better, still peeling his face off, but finally getting better, the resident goes to see him.
Oh, boy.
And I had already told the resident, I was like, look, I don't know what's going on with this kid's face.
Yeah.
It looks like a contact dermatitis. I'm treating it as a contact dermatitis.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he put something on his face, but he just doesn't remember because it's impossible. It's like literally from one day to the next.
Yeah.
And she was like, she comes back and she's like, hey, doc. So I was just casually talking to him and he mentioned that, he uses Irish Springs. And then I was like, okay. And then she's like, yeah, he was using it on his face. And then I was like, what? And then she's like, yeah, 3 times a day.
Oh my God.
And then I tell him, I'm like, I thought you told me that you didn't do anything, like put anything weird on your face. And he's like, I didn't put anything weird. It was the soap. And I was like, okay. Well,
honey.
That's what I'm saying.
Honey boo boo. Like,
I know, but he was like 14. Like,
I know. But it's like, if you already have acne and you got sensitive skin, like, don't just put the bar of soap that you use for the rest of your body there. Yeah. Man. Like, just don't.
Yeah. I even like sent him to a dermatologist because the parents were like, no, we want to see a dermatologist. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, let's go to a dermatologist.
Absolutely.
Like, I would love to get their opinion because I don't know, like, how this came about. Then I knew it was Irish Springs, the culprit here.
Oh boy.
And then the derm agreed. They were like, no, yeah, it was definitely like a contact dermatitis that he had like his face like peeling off. Oh my. And then I saw him like for his regular wall child check and then he looked like totally fine. And I was like, how's your face? Did that ever happen to you again? And he's like, no, I've never used Irish Springs ever again.
I'm sure he threw out whatever he had.
Irish Springs.
No way.
Yeah, and every time I see it, I was like, no, the thing is gonna like, it's gonna burn the shit out of me. I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna use it ever so often. I can't even use those type of things. I'm so sensitive to like anything fragranced.
Same.
And I love it. Like, I love the whole entire aroma therapy situation, Bath and Body Works. Yeah. Oh my God, that eucalyptus.
Yeah. Oh, that's Mario's favorite too.
Oh man. Dude, just leave me in there.
I know.
I put like a mask on my face and I can smell that the whole entire day.
It is good. I love all that stuff. I'm like sensitive to scents though. Like as soon as there's like something inkling around, I'm just like, what is that?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And I like douse myself in perfume too. So
I know. Well, you can put it in your clothes and then you're fine, you know. So anyway, but okay. So I think back to that. So causes, you know, the stress, the bacteria, stress, hormones,
steroids, hormones, irritation, too. Oh my god, maskne. That was like a huge deal during COVID.
I mean, of course it had to be. You're just keeping all of that in there with no airflow. You're just like...
And like the fibers, like the microfibers in the, in the masks can actually go like into your skin. Not like stabbing it, but definitely like irritating it.
And clogging.
And clogging. And then people weren't washing their masks. Dude, it was disgusting. Like, honestly, that whole entire time of my life was so...
Oh, God.
So traumatizing. Like, the fact that I had to wear that same N95 mask for a whole entire week was just disgusting to me.
Oh, God, I hate that. Like, I can't even think of that. That's why, like, I ended up buying, like, the cloth ones or whatever, and I just...
like the throw away.
Yeah. I'd wash them, the washable ones. And I just bought, like, 10 of them, and then it's one use. Like, one day, or maybe one day of usage, and... to the hamper. There's no way I'm going to be using it for a whole week. It's just like,
yeah. Oh my god, I definitely got breakouts.
Of course you have to. Regardless, you have to. And mostly when it's an N95 that it's like super like tight and like, you know.
No, and we used to have the N95 plus the regular mask on top. And then, you know, with the shield and like all these things and so bad,
dude. And you must so
irritated.
I probably would have gotten like a migraine just like of how hard it would be to breathe out of all of that.
No, you couldn't breathe.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Oh my god,
that's why they invented. Well, I don't know if they invented it then, but that's when the anti-fog goggles became super popular. Because I could not for the life of me. I would wear my glasses and I'd be talking to a patient. Fogged glasses. Sorry, you can't even take me seriously. I'm over here like,
doctor, do you see this? I can't.
I literally can't. Can someone
show me
my glasses? Please, for the love of God, clean my glasses. It's so bad. I imagine looking at someone and knowing they can't see me because I can literally see that their glasses are completely fogged.
Oh God. No,
so then whatever, the anti-fog, then there was like little sprays that you could spray and then clean it, and then that was anti-fog, and then that would wear off, so you just had like one part of your glass that was like fogged up. And then we just went to the regular goggles that were anti-fog, and after that they started becoming like a lot more like trendy. Like they made them really trendy and stuff.
So the marketing got in there.
So then everyone was like rocking their like anti-fog glasses, like real cute. They're like, oh, I love your goggles. I swear. Shit that happens.
I know, man. I know. And it's just like marketing got like, they're like, hey, this is an opportunity. Let's do this. We gotta take
They were super cute.
I'm sure.
Super cute. I'm like, where were these glasses when I was in chemistry? I used to wear those like nasty, like those scuba diving goggles.
Me too. I know.
Where were those?
I don't know. I hated those. And then of course you come out of there with the raccoon like print.
The makeup.
Yeah, awful. Okay, I would get so pissed. I like,
I just spent like 30 minutes putting on my under eye concealer and it is now gone.
Yeah, and then you live in Miami, which is like 100 degrees out. The sun's out here to...
Walking in a steam bath 24/7.
All the time. So then on top of that, you got to wear those goggles. And it's, you're in a lab, so it should be cool. Not all the time.
No.
Not all the time.
Oh my God. Terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my... So I remember when I was going back to the acne, I remember when I was younger, like in middle school, everyone had acne.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if you didn't have acne...
You were that unicorn.
You were that unicorn, exactly.
Honestly. And I hated those unicorns.
But the worst about this is that there were kids in my class that would purposely point out the acne.
Okay, that's mean.
Oh, but
The fuck?
No
No,
one's
I know.
into you?
Yeah, of course. Hello, that's why I went on Accutane.
like here we are, all these
Of
like
course.
annoying ass little teenagers that
Yeah.
are vicious to each other.
Fucking vicious, man. Middle schoolers and high schoolers are fucking animals.
Awful. And here they are, and they're like pointing. They're like, "Oh, is that a new zit on your face?" And I'm like, "Yeah, actually, it developed overnight. Like, what do you want me to do about it?"
It's a superpower, man.
It doesn't tell me it's coming in advance.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I gotta come to school, so here we are.
yeah, here we are with the new volcano.
Yeah.
My brothers and I would name it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well.
Usually-
Your brothers had them too? Had
yeah.
acne too? Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. Eric was older and I was younger, so I'm not really too sure. I feel like Eric has always had the most perfect skin in the world.
Eric just wins in life, man.
Everything. Everything.
I don't know how many times he's come up on this podcast and we're always like, he's doing it right, man. Like, and everything that we bring him up on is like, he's got it.
Yeah, he's doing freaking great. Victor, I feel like Victor had a little bit of acne, but I don't think his was so significant. Again, we weren't kids that had bad, severe acne. But when I was in med school, I remember taking pictures of like my face. It would hurt.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to be gross here, but I had like tiny like abscesses.
Yeah, that's
like,
what I had.
on my face.
That's exactly what I had in high school.
So painful. I couldn't even go to sleep like on the pillow. Mm-hmm. And then I just went on birth control.
Yeah.
I went on birth
I
control.
eventually went on birth control too after, like, once I got into college.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the severe cystic acne. I would get like maybe a cyst every couple of months because Accutane didn't completely take it away. Like I said, it was like 85% like
How long were you on it?
Like 6 months.
Okay.
And then I remember it was during the summer, and then we would go to the beach, whatever, with my parents, and I had to live under an umbrella. I had to be like completely
Super
like
sensitive.
bathed in freaking sunscreen and all that.
Super sensitive.
But anyway, I mean, at least every couple of months I had, because of my period or whatever, I had a fucking planet come out. So then I would talk to him. And then other than that, I had quote unquote normal acne for like, the more, I don't know, like Victor U, that type.
Normal, expected acne. For
The
a
average,
teenager.
exactly. So then I had that like in college and I couldn't get rid of it. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like, I'm not going to go back into Accutane at this age, like now. So then I went and I saw my guy and she's like, let's just get you into fucking birth control. And then I did that and it helped a lot. Like, it really did.
Mine helped a lot too.
Yeah, it really did. But I mean, I think with age, it's gotten better. I still get, like, when my period is coming.
Yeah.
Granted, because I'm not on any type of like hormone birth control right now.
Yeah.
So right now I'm just like raw dogging in with my hormones.
Oh my god, I thought you were going to say raw dogging it with something else. I was like, whoa.
You're like, this podcast episode took a turn. It just got spicy. What's in that Prosecco?
Did you see my face? I was like, holy shit.
What's in that Prosecco?
I don't know what's in this Prosecco. But that is not where my mind went to. Thank God you finished that sentence.
Oh my God. See, I like to keep you on your toes.
Jesus Christ. My heart. I'm sweating. I'm sweating.
No, man. I'm raw dogging with my hormones. My hormones are doing whatever the fuck they want right now.
Oh my God, you're hilarious. Oh my God. But, so now that we're talking about treatments.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
Exactly.
Different treatments. There's so much.
Yeah, because men that have it, they can't go on birth control, so like they have other treatments for them too. Like
Yeah. There's creams, there's gels, ointments, there's so many different forms of doing everything, But I went to go to a plastic surgeon probably like about a year ago, and the lady at the front desk was like, oh, what do you do for work? And I'm like, oh, I'm a pediatrician. And then she was like, oh, do you recommend anything for my son? And it was his acne.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, you just go to his PCP. Like, they'll be able to prescribe him, like something like the most simple thing, like a benzoyl peroxide.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And she was like, no, I talked to his pediatrician and she doesn't feel comfortable with any of those meds.
What?
And I was like,
what type of hippie shit is this?
I don't know. I mean,
unless there's something.
Honestly, all these gels and stuff that I prescribe have such a low. Yeah. Like literally, the worst that can happen is that you get like a contact dermatitis, or at least in my experience.
Right. So like a little bit of peeling.
Well, I would love to know the experience of this PCP that did not want to prescribe anything. I literally told her, I was like, nothing, like not even a benzoyl peroxide.
There's gotta be a history to this kid.
A salicylic acid wash.
Yeah, like
over the counter.
Right.
Men.
A Neutrogena. The
No,
wash.
a
Like whatever.
Adapalene, which
Exactly.
is
Different.
is now used to be prescribed.
Yes.
Now it's over the counter. Works fantastic. I used it all throughout residency.
Yeah. Yeah, I use it too when I have a stubborn one.
But yeah, there's so much, and I just couldn't believe that there's still people out there that are like not, I feel like
That's
they're
very
scared,
strange.
and especially for a teenager, that is so mentally like taxing on a kid.
It is, man.
If it was mentally taxing for me as an adult,
I know. Imagine then.
I feel like teenager acne is the same as like adult Botox and wrinkles.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, because it's true. My story with the cystic acne was that I had it really, really, really bad. And I think it was actually right before I got into high school, right? Like in between 8th to 9th grade. Like it blew up. Literally blew up. So during the summer, my mom's like, let's just start. And then you finish it right before you start high school into 9th grade. I had my glow up summer that summer. Cause like in 8th grade, dude, my before and after pictures, dude. I have them in a chest.
You're a new person.
I have them in a chest
mentally
tucked away. Like it was bad. Like I would look at it and I'm like, even now as a 34-year-old adult, and that was like what, 20 years ago, and I don't know. I was like, oof. That's rough. I was like, oh.
And now, like, the teenagers now have, like, the little cute, like, little star patches and a little rainbow and a little heart. When we used to have pimples on our face, we used to show up at school.
Raw dog. That's the word for the episode. I don't know why for acne.
I don't even know what that means.
What do you mean you don't know what that means?
It just sounds weird.
That's like when
I'm Urban Dictionarying it right now.
My understanding is that when you have sex without a condom or any sort of protection.
Oh my god.
My understanding, but let me know if Urban Dictionary says otherwise. I mean, I'm a millennial. Gen Z probably.
That is what it is.
Okay, maybe Gen Z has like a different, wording for it now. Maybe that's like 10 years old, but I mean,
Lord Jesus. But what? Maybe it doesn't mean that because look,
what is
using it as a sentence. Wait, so you're not using any NyQuil cough drops? Not even an NET? Nah, bro, I'm straight raw dogging this cold.
So I used it right.
You used it correctly.
I used it right. There you go. Yeah, but it means like you're just using it all the way. Like me right now. I'm not on any birth control. My hormones are just raw dogging life right now.
Anyways. We used to show up to school with a massive volcano on our forehead and no little star patch.
No,
or
nothing cute.
Like that.
And makeup back then sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
That was another thing.
Makeup
100%.
sucked ass.
MAC. The
bro,
black concealer.
No, not even. Like, MAC was like high end for me.
And I wish that we would like use the right shade, but we didn't. We definitely used a shade that was like 6,000 times
Have you seen her on TikTok?
No.
Oh my god, how have you not seen her on TikTok? There's this TikTok creator that is all she does, and she's known for it, and she has a huge following.
Really?
And it's just like, oh, back then when I was in high school, and it's exactly that.
Oh, I think I've seen her. She's blonde.
Yes. And then she has like
the extension.
The really badly placed, horrible extensions in the back. Then the face is like orange.
And then they're like, let me color correct you. And she's like, no, this is the color that I'm getting.
And I'm like, yeah, I feel that. I feel that so hard.
That was us. I can't imagine the boys back then, like, looking at the girls, or the girls looking at the girls, whoever was looking at me at that moment. But
I mean, I don't even know. But back then, like, MAC was high-end for me, at least. That was my high-end, like, ooh, my God, I'm doing
MAC. I think
MAC.
the highest end for me was, like, Chanel.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I didn't even... I think the only...
I had a family member that worked at Chanel. So
okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
My first ever like Chanel cosmetic thing that I had ever bought was when I went to Paris for my 15th, because my parents were like, okay, do you want like a quinceañera or do you want to travel? I'm like, fuck the party, I'm traveling.
Yeah, we went to Spain, we went to London, Paris.
That's exactly it. I'm like, save the floofy dress. I'm all right without it.
I literally took pictures and that's it.
That's exactly what I did. I took my little quinceañera photos and I'm like, okay, I'm out. So we went to Paris, Rome, and Capri, and then we had 4 days or something like that in Paris. And then the big street that's with the Arc de Triomphe.
Champs-Élysées.
There. And then there was a Sephora there. That was the first time.
I don't know if I said that correctly, but that's how I say it.
We're not French, so whatever. Anyway, that was the first time I had ever walked into a Sephora.
Oh my God.
And it was in fucking Paris.
Yeah.
Girl,
Once you pop the fun, don't stop.
No, and then imagine that. I'm a makeup girly. I've always been a makeup girly, mostly because acne pushed me into the makeup game, you know? And then ever since then, like, makeup was like, you know, your armor, in a sense, you know, when you're a teenager. And then now I wear it because I love it.
Physician's Formula was...
Oh, my God.
what I used to wear.
Me too. The powders.
I still use their butter bronzer. It's amazing.
And their powders are honestly, like, on point. They're top.
But hold on a second. But the drugstore makeup is not what it used to be.
Absolutely not.
The drugstore makeup back then was exactly what you think of the word drugstore makeup.
Dream Mousse.
Okay.
Maybelline Dream Mousse. Awful.
All day.
Girl, don't even. And then it was like the little potecitos, like potecitos in English, they're like the little...
Compacts?
No, I'm talking about like the one, like little pots.
Yeah.
And it's like the Dream Mousse ones, but not really. There was one that was like foundation / powder / everything. Yeah. And then right next to it's a little like poof. And then you just slather that on.
And you keep that dirty poof in.
Oh my God, it was awful. It was awful. Like I can't even, it was bad.
I know.
Now, like honestly, drugstore makeup these days.
No, it's
really
a lot of my makeup
good.
Is drugstore makeup.
Same.
And I love it.
Same. Because I love it. Dude, but imagine that. Like, I was 15, full-on teenager. I walk into Sephora, and I was just like, literally, it was like doves.
I know.
Flocked out. I was like,
doves.
Oh. Like, I was like, mind blown.
Yeah.
Mind blown.
And that's it. Ever since then, you can't get me out of it.
I fucking love Sephora.
I'm like, the other day, they upgraded me to a VIP Rouge. That's when you know it's bad.
That's just how you know.
That's
I wonder where I'm at right now.
You are 100%. I literally see a Sephora bag at your house every single week, and it's new. You are for sure. If there's anything, if there's a VIP Platinum, that's what you are. Don't lie.
No, man, but I return a lot of things, okay?
Sure.
I swear, I return a lot of things. I actually bought like these toothbrushes that I really, really dislike. I need to return them because it's tan de madre. Like, they're really bad. But anyway. We digress. Yeah. But anyway.
Okay, so back to treatments. So there's a shit ton of treatments. So there's antimicrobials, antiseptics, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide. Birth control is one of them that we already mentioned. Spironolactone, which is actually a diuretic.
Yes.
That one can be used to like control the androgens.
And that one's like newer. That one I recently heard of. Like
it's old. It's old.
I hadn't even heard of that.
Yeah, I have some of my patients on there, like the moms that are like, or not the moms, but like the parents and the kids. Actually, there's kids too that don't want to be on hormones. And so I tell them like, well, this is kind of like a diuretic, and it kind of controls the androgens, so we can try it.
Nice.
But
do you recommend, because you had told me about the
topical spironolactone?
So do you recommend that one over the pill form, or?
So like... I actually was trying to look up at some research. There's not a lot of research on kids. Remember, I feel like this is like the trend in pediatrics. A lot of things start like over in adults, and then they start trickling over into peds, and then more studies go into peds. Yeah. So I actually did not ever learn, not in any of my dermatology rotations or anything like that. I did not know about spironolactone topical. I knew about spironolactone oral.
Okay. Yeah. That's
the one that I was aware of, and that's the one that I was like prescribing. But now, like over the last year, I'm in this thing called apostrophe. So for anyone out there that like just can't get themselves to see a dermatologist,
sponsor us.
Yeah, I wish. I wish.
You definitely have 2 customers here, and I'm sure a lot of people listening would become customers too.
Yeah, but apostrophe is basically an online way to see a dermatologist. Yeah. Or address different like cosmetic concerns.
Yeah, so it's like a virtual visiting.
It's like a virtual visit, but like you don't even. I send in pictures.
That's awesome.
Like you just snap pictures, and they make it so easy and so seamless. It's like snap a picture of your left face, on your right face profile, your front, and then they give you all these lists, like what are your concerns, and your like wrinkles, hyperpigmentation, like all these things.
And for people that are as busy as you, like it's a game changer.
I can't, and like sometimes you go to the office and you're waiting for a really long time, or just a regular person, you can have a busy day and then be late to your appointment, then you miss your appointment, and I don't know about you, but I actually have to go to a dermatologist for different reasons. But my appointment isn't until September 13th.
I know. That's the thing.
I made
There's so many things.
Mid-July.
Oh my God.
You know? So I went on and I was like, I'm just going to go see like a dermatologist on apostrophe, and we'll see how it goes. And then they literally mixed in tretinoin, spironolactone, and clindamycin, which is an antibiotic. So they mixed all those three, and I was like, wow, I didn't know that you did spironolactone topical.
Yeah.
And for me,
Yeah.
I think it's been a game changer.
Yeah.
At least for me, in my experience, because I've done the clindamycin before. Tretinoin, I used to do different in residency, and I think it worked really well for me. But when I did it now, like after pregnancy, I didn't really notice much of a difference. I don't know
It
why.
makes me peel like big time.
Yeah, but that's like kind of the point of the whole entire all medications. They're gonna make you peel, dry, because it's trying to decrease like the sebum production.
Right. I just
which
have
is what Accutane. People have severely dry skin, like their lips are coming off.
That was it. I was a peely disaster. Like not even only on my face, all over my body, because of course it was oral. So I mean.
But you can also build your tolerance into it too. Maybe that's one thing that I would say that, like, now thinking about it, is something that might not be super beneficial with apostrophe, because they do mix everything together. It's convenient because it's one cream that I have to put on. But at the end of the day, like, if you're really sensitive to actives and you have 3 active, well, not technically 2 actives plus one other one, like spironolactone. But if you have a tretinoin and clindamycin and this, it could definitely be really irritative. So I don't know if that would be beneficial for someone that's very sensitive to like the skin.
But I mean, there's trial and error. Like,
but you could do trial and error, of course.
Exactly.
And sometimes you have to build up to it.
Right.
So
that too,
you can do these medicines every single day. It's just the tolerance that you have on your face.
You have to build up to it.
You have to build up to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. I used to have the most sensitive skin.
Same. I currently, like, I mean, same.
I don't. Then again, I'm only on 0.05 of tretinoin.
Okay.
So I know you can go up. You have the stronger one.
Which is why I have to use it like maybe twice, at most 3 times a week, because if not, it's just peel. Like all over, like just peel, you know.
Usually I recommend, when even when I'm not doing tretinoin, I usually recommend just doing it if you've never had a skincare regimen. If you're literally applying this on virgin skin, I say always do maybe twice a week.
Okay.
And I'm being very conservative there.
Yeah.
So twice a week.
Heavy moisturizing.
And heavy moisturizing. Like, the skincare regimen is what you need.
Yeah.
Like, and you need to do it for at least 6 to 8 weeks for you to start seeing a difference.
That's the thing too that's hard about all these things, like dermatology wise, acne and all that. It takes a while for you to see any sort of build up, like not even build up, well, build up too, results. But like results. Exactly, that's the word. You know, it takes a while. So people do it for like a week or two and they're like, oh, this isn't doing anything. But it needs time.
It needs time. It takes time for everything. And there's some medicines that work faster than others, obviously. Like, I always say everyone's skin is different. What works for you, and like you can notice a difference from one day to the next. Like, I have my products that I can notice like from one day to the next.
Yeah.
But usually actives and acne things, it takes time. The inflammation took a while to get there. It's going to take a while to go down. But I always say start Monday and Friday or something, or Monday and Thursday. And then if you see like after 2 weeks you're good, you can increase to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then you build your tolerance. And even then, I usually tell them, like, do it on dry skin, because if it's on wet skin, it's going to increase the potency of it. Okay. So do it on dry skin. You can moisturize before.
I didn't know that. The wet skin increases its potency. I thought it would have been the opposite.
It absorbs more.
Oh.
It absorbs more. So that's why a lot of dermatologists say don't put like a tretinoin or an active and then put like Vaseline on top that's super occlusive, because it's going to increase the potency, increase the irritation and all that.
Wow. Okay.
And there's people that are very sensitive. There's people that cannot tolerate it. Like, even if they use it like once, it's too strong for them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So then, a lot of people, they do moisturizer first, then they put like a small amount, and then they put more moisturizers on top.
Yeah.
So it definitely takes time. But
what worked for me was mixing tretinoin, like putting a pea size on my finger and then another pea size or a little more of moisturizer right next to it, mixing it together and then putting it on my face. I could actually use it a little bit. Instead of 2 to 3 times a week, maybe I could increase it to like definitely 3 to 4. Doing it like that, you know? So, I mean, it's trial and error.
You have to play with it.
Yeah, you do have to play with it. But Yeah, so then that's like
And
the
there's a ton
treatments
of
it.
derivatives too.
Oh.
So there's a lot of medicines that are retinoids.
Oh yeah,
So
like over the counter.
retinaldehyde and stuff like that. That it's like a form of retinol, but it's not as strong, and
Right.
it's more for people that have a lot of irritation.
Those are the ones that like you see more in drugstores and whatever. Okay.
That you donate a script for. Exactly. There's a lot of these medicines though, like they will give you a script. Like I'm sure that there's retinaldehydes and stuff like that that are more script.
Sorry for that. Continue.
But along with it, like definitely moisturize, definitely use like salicylic or benzoyl peroxide washes.
So the salicylic acid, what it does is, at least by what I read, it's that it removes the top layer
of
like
your skin, yeah.
Okay, so that's how it cleanses.
Yeah,
okay.
Basically. So you're basically like getting rid of any debris and anything that's just sitting there that could cause like irritation and stuff.
Okay.
So it's kind of like almost like, like a sensitive like daily like little mini exfoliant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you don't want to be super aggressive with the exfoliants either. Like there's a lot of people like the St. Ives.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I used to use that.
Yeah?
All the time. The St. Ives peel, the scrub.
Right.
Oh man. I used to get that scrub and I used to just go to town on my face. And all that does is literally cause micro tears into your skin.
Yeah.
And I can't even believe that that's what I used to do. But it's when you're like desperate, you'll try it.
Of course. To this day, I only use one scrub, like one facial scrub, and that's when I have peeling from like...
Yeah.
So it just helps out, get rid of all of that peeling.
Yeah.
And then I have so much oil. I have the oiliest freaking skin in this freaking world. But anyway, so that helps like get rid of...
It's not a bad thing.
That's what I've heard, but girl, like when you're...
I know, but when it's a good and a bad thing.
Whenever I'm peeling, the scrub helps get rid of that, and then I come out with glass skin.
Skin, I know, it's delicious.
So I use it very like only for that.
I use a dermatological one.
I use
like a daily.
Yeah, that one's good.
So good.
That one's
it's like
really
a powder.
Yes,
it's so good.
Super fine.
It's super fine. I love it.
It's very good.
I don't use it every day because I use a lot of actives.
Yeah.
But I use it like maybe twice a week.
Exactly.
And in the shower, I have a mask that I do. It's like a little bit of like an exfoliant too, but.
I mean,
we can go on.
I know. This is a big topic.
It's a huge topic.
It's a monster of a topic. If we really wanted to go like nitty gritty on it.
It's your face. Everyone wants to take care of their face. Everyone wants to have the best looking skin that they can possibly.
Of course. But yeah, so we talked about the causes. We talked about treatments. At least we touched over them a bit, So types of acne, like we talked a little bit about it. Like I had cystic acne. Like,
there's comedonal, which is like the blackheads, the whiteheads.
Okay.
You have the pustule ones, which is like your typical, like what you would think.
Yeah.
Like an acne, like a pimple.
Right.
What people say what a pimple is. Mm-hmm. And then like the nodular cystic ones.
Ugh, God.
Awful. Oh, and then I would hate it when everyone was like, "Don't pick it. Don't pick it."
What do you expect for me to do? Pet it?
I like pet it. Down.
I'm gonna fucking pick at it, okay? Whatever gets this thing off of my face.
Whitehead on my face, like get it out. It's like an abscess. Literally, they say if you have an abscess, cut it, drain it.
Yeah.
So it's like
you expect me just to look at it?
Look at it? Yeah.
I'm not gonna just look at it. I'm gonna try to get the shit out.
Yeah, 100%. And then people are like, no, because it's gonna leave a mark, which is what we call post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, but which is more common in certain cultures and skin types.
Yeah.
Than it is for other skin types.
Yeah.
But for me, it didn't matter.
No.
I didn't touch it. I touched it. Whatever it is, it left a freaking mark on my face.
Same. That's why I was like, I'm going to touch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to get rid of it.
I'm going to touch it.
Because I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done.
It's gone.
Instant gratification now. Like, no way. I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't. I picked out all of them, yeah.
Yeah. I usually try. I do what I try to do.
Yeah.
Is that I will do a pimple patch.
Yes.
I will try.
You'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
I will try my best. And when I tell you my best, I literally just want to go in the mirror and go to town on it.
Yeah.
But I will take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And I promise myself, I will give myself 3 days of pimple patches before I...
Oh, that's a lot more than I give it. I give it a night.
No, I do 3 days. I try to do 3 days because I scar so easily.
Okay.
I scar so easily. So, I shouldn't say scar. I get hyperpigmentation very easily. So... Literally, I just patch. But if you ain't gone for the third patch, I will force you out of my face. You little jerk. No one invited you.
Oh my God.
And tell me why it always has to happen when you have an event.
Of course, it's stress.
Everyone tells me, wow, Evie, your skin looks so good right now. Your skin's so good. And then I go on a date the other day and I have 3 in a group. And I was like, hello, girls. Who invited you? Who invited you? You haven't been here the entire time and now you want to be friends.
Oh my God. Oh my God, that's awesome. But it's true though. It's true.
It was so unbelievably frustrating. I was like, what? Are you serious right
For
now?
me, it happens right before we go on a trip or anything like that. Bam. And I'm like, yeah, so here I am.
Yeah, it's like my period. She comes at the worst time.
Perfect. It's perfection. Like, great fucking timing. Yeah, I agree. So, but talking about that, about getting rid of them fast, like I recently went to the dermatologist like maybe a month or 2 ago.
Steroid shot?
Dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Back then, when I was 15, whatever, a teenager, and I had the big cystic planets, they would inject
the steroid. Yeah.
Dude, but that would hurt.
Yeah.
Like,
bad.
I mean, those pimples already, like those cystic abscesses, because that's what they already hurt so bad. And then on top of that, you have this freaking person going in there with a needle, injecting it, so adding more pressure into that. Awful. It was. I would just tear. As the injection would go into my face, I would just tear. But this last time I went to just like, I think it was a routine type of thing, like get my tretinoid and whatever, like routine shit. And I had a pimple, but like a regular pimple, wasn't a cystic thing or whatever. But he's like, oh, you know, do you want me to do something about that? And I'm like, you know what? Sure, you know, why not? But is it gonna hurt like really bad? Because I'll just deal with it at that point. Like I'll do my own incision at home.
I'll do my own incision. I'll do my own surgery at home.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll handle it there. After the bath, you know, that everything's nice and hot. That's when you go in there. But anyway, he's like, I promise, these are different. I'm like, fuck it, like, you don't want, whatever. Let's go. I'm paying whatever. I'm here.
Yeah.
Dude, completely different than it was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I never had to get injected.
I barely even felt it. I think it was somewhere like really sensitive too, like around my, like under my nose type of area. That's super freaking sensitive right there when you get a pimple. And dude, it pinched. Like it was a little nothing. Back then, I would have been like, like, this was nothing. I even told him, I'm like, that's it. Was that the numbing? Like I thought that he was like numbing it at first to then go in. And he's like, no, that's it. And I'm like, I don't remember it being like that. He's like, oh, it's changed a lot since then. And I'm like, that's amazing. So, and he says it makes sense for people that have jobs that, let's say, news anchors and all that like, what do? You know, you got to be in front of a camera every day. You can't afford to have a fucking planet in your face. No. And then, or you're a bride-to-be and your wedding's the next week. Exactly. And this is happening. There's so many events or situations like that you can't afford to have that. So he's like, yeah, a lot of this has come about and it's popular here in the office because if you need to get rid of it now, dude, it was gone. Like in the next day, it was like 50% lower.
Amazing.
And the following day, it was gone.
Amazing.
Gone. I was like, no freaking wonder.
Well, this Dr. Pimple Popper.
Yeah.
She did this whole entire thing. I want to say it was on Harper's Bazaar.
Okay.
Something like that. I watched her on YouTube. It was a video on YouTube, but it was like her skincare, like nighttime skincare routine. But this was like her at her house, her beautiful home with her beautiful little puppy and stuff. And it's just super funny.
Yeah.
So she was like going over her skincare routine and then she was like, okay, and here's where I will go. And if I have a massive pimple, I'll just like, she just injects at home. And I'm like, wow. She's like, you should do this with your dermatologist. And I'm like, no one has the ability to go to their dermatologist just like on a, you know, oh, hey, I got this pimple last night. Could you inject it really quick?
Yeah.
They'll laugh at your face. They're like, no, you need an appointment.
Exactly. Unless you're one of these like socialites or whatever, that's your life. But
unless you just have like routine follow-ups. Can you imagine? Can I get an appointment for next month? Oh, for what? I don't know. Something will be there. I will use the appointment.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, definitely not my life. Like I literally wanted to refill my meds pretty much. And it's like, I had to go because.
Did you ask him about the spironolactone?
Yes. And then I got, so at first he had sent me the pill form.
Yeah, the pill form.
And then I called back once you told me about, like, oh, it exists in Topical. So I called back and then, like they sent it to me. So I'm going to get it, you know, through the mail or whatever, like at some point. Yeah. So I'm excited to try it. Yeah.
I thought it was a total game changer.
That's why.
Your skin looks great right now.
No, it looks good right now, but I'm also wearing makeup. Like, I mean, let's be honest. No.
But it looks good. It looks good.
Thank y'all. But anyway.
Thank you. I try.
I try. You know, it's that Sephora, you know, platinum status that I have going on.
Oh my God, Jules, you and I love makeup so much. We should do the 5-minute makeup challenge.
We should. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking down. I'll lose, but I'm down.
Let's do our makeup in 5 minutes and tape it.
Yeah, no, you could do it. I've seen you do it in a matter of like seconds.
Yeah.
And it comes out great. I'm like, what the fuck? How?
I got it down packed to a routine.
No.
I literally do my makeup on my way to work.
Oh my
or
God.
like in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Like right before I go in.
No. Anyway, okay, so then those were the treatments.
There's also peels. We didn't talk about like peels.
Okay.
But there's a ton of peels. There's at-home peels that you can do, which are usually like less aggressive.
Yeah.
But especially for those people that are like have scarring from acne.
Yeah, that's what.
Please go see a dermatologist because they actually have peels that you know, like rejuvenate a lot of things, like stimulate collagen, which is going to in the end help with scarring.
Okay.
So definitely go see a derm.
Okay. Yeah, I know somebody had recommended that to me back then when I had even more scarring than I have right now. But
there's like these like crazy peels, like these phenol peels. Like they're not that common because they are so like they're downtime and it literally peels.
Well, I've seen
face off.
Yeah, I've seen like
I'm talking about a little crusty dusty moment.
Yeah,
I'm talking about your face will come off and you look like a burned patient.
That's what I've seen. Exactly. And that scares the living shit out of me.
Yeah,
dude.
but it's very good for people that have really bad, like pitted deep scarring.
Yeah.
I think it's like, they call it ice pick scarring.
Well, I think I have a couple of dots here. Well,
you have scarring, but I wouldn't call it like the ice pick ones.
Like it's right up here type of situation.
I think you have definitely the atrophic scarring.
Okay.
But like the ones it literally looked like if you just
got an ice pick
and picked it up.
But those scare me because I've seen them on TikTok and on Instagram, and it's like you said, it looks like a burn victim, and these people can't leave their house like that. It's just like a burn victim all over the face. I'm like, Jesus, like what happens if you don't heal right? Like I don't know. That scares me because I'm always thinking like, will that turn out okay? Like what happens? You know?
I would say it's more like this. You don't have that.
Okay. Well, no, I don't.
That.
No, not like that. Not like that.
No, this. That is not what you have.
No, not like that. Yeah, I have like exactly. So it must be like the other form that you had mentioned. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's thankfully no. Like knock on wood, I don't. And
unfortunately,
we'll post these on Instagram so you guys could see.
But no, they have like those crazy phenol peels.
Oof.
But they're bad.
But it works.
There's grades.
Yeah.
There's different grades of peels. Honestly, I really want to start doing these peels that it's because I can. Like I see patients every single day.
Yeah,
and
you
I can't be like flaking off like the side of my face and be like, I need to give you an asthma treatment. You're gonna look at me like I don't know what I'm more scared of, your face or the asthma treatment or what's going on with my kid. So I need to do like one of those peels that it's like gradual.
Yeah.
And I can just like I don't know slug every night.
Yeah. I agree. There's no way. Like I don't even have a job like that or anything that I have to see people. I could definitely take some downtime, but it scares the living shit out of me when I've seen those faces. I'm like, what if it doesn't heal right? Mm-hmm. Like then you'll have a massive scar on your face.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But let me tell you, after those peels, you have beautiful skin.
Oh, it's all brand new skin.
It's all brand new skin, exactly.
Oh,
I can't remember the last time I did a peel on my face, but I can't wait to start doing them. I have like my smile is like the Grinch smile.
It is
from ear to ear. I can't wait. Peel off all my skin.
Oh my God.
I'm so vain.
No, man. I mean, we're Latinas from Miami. It's gonna happen.
I'm planning a Botox party.
It's
like
fine.
I said before.
Let's go. I will. The only way that I'll have needles, other than for my pimples, needles close to my face, is for in a Botox party situation. Alone, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just chicken out. I'd be like, forget it. Never mind. I'm done. All right. So then those were the type of acnes, and then we talked about how to prevent it, and then we touched upon like the psychological effects of acne and like our experiences with it. Dude, when you're a teenager, it's hard. Like it was super hard for me. That's why I'm like,
no, it's embarrassing as a teenager, as an adult, as any time. I'm telling you, I literally went on a date the other day, and I promise, I bet you anything, the other person doesn't even notice.
Yeah, but you notice it.
Person.
Of course.
Like it's me.
Of course.
And I'm probably just looking at my face. Looking at it. God damn it, Yvette. What? That's like going crazy. And then like in my mind I get home and I'm like, I wasn't even.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah. Probably.
It's like when a guy doesn't know that you like paint your hair like a, or color your hair a different color.
Mario.
Yeah. And
absolutely.
it's like, oh, but you think that they're gonna notice that one zit on your face.
Yeah, no.
Or anyone's
No.
significant other.
No. I mean, I had told Mario about the spirulactone.
Yeah.
And he was like, why the fuck do you want that? I'm like, have you not seen my face? Do whatever you want.
He just gives up.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do.
Do whatever you want. But yeah, I mean, okay. So, I mean, you guys talked. You guys, not talked, but you guys voted. And
The people have spoken.
they had spoken. They wanted Accutape.
Accutape for everyone. Woo!
No, don't. It was awful. You wanted acne to be talked about. Not that you wanted acne, but you know, you got my drift. God damn it, that Prosecco.
They voted.
They voted.
You
we
voted
gave
for
them,
acne. We gave you acne.
We gave you acne.
I hope you guys enjoyed this show. I'm gonna try to see if I can find some pictures of myself in teenage years.
I'm gonna try to see if I can find that. I mean, it's awful, and I have it away in a chest, in the bottom of that chest.
And you don't want to see anymore.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that photo in a long time, and I don't even know. I think that that photo was taken, like, remember back then that people would take the disposable cameras, and they were like, oh my god, we have a disposable camera, let's go. Like, definitely dating us, but whatever. And it was in the girls' bathroom, and I came out in that photo, and I was like, and it was a close-up too.
Nice.
And I think that photo was like what took me overboard with that. I was like,
Oh no, Jules.
girl, I even had glasses.
You had glasses?
I had glasses.
I didn't know you had glasses.
I should be wearing glasses, but it's such a low prescription that like I wear them only when I'm like really tired. Yeah.
I'm the same way.
It's like I have to be very tired or
I
I
used
have
to
a
be
migraine
in the
or whatever.
ICU,
Yeah.
and I used to do my rounds, and in rounds, like I just stand outside the patient room and I would see the monitor and I would tell the nurse, I'm like, what does that say? What does that heart rate say?
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't see, and I'm like, I don't have my glasses on.
Like I could see pretty good, but if I'm tired, I have a migraine or anything like that, then I'm gonna need the extra help.
Yeah.
But then back then, I had just been like, oh yeah, you could wear glasses for this low thing. So on top of the acne, I had glasses too, and they weren't cute. They were not cute. They're not like the cute little clear glasses now of like Warby Parker. No. This was metal round glasses, Harry Potter style.
Oh my god, adorable.
Awful. And then I had short hair,
Which is very in style right now, by the way.
not back then. Not when I was
Which
like
the confidence of these millennials. No, not millennials. Gen Zers.
Gen Zers. Oh, yeah, they could do anything. Like they'll come out with a cystic acne like
I'm telling
planet
you, a little-
on their TikTok and be like, "This is Fred."
Patch.
Yeah. Or they'll be flat out honest about it. Like,
Yeah.
"This is Fred. Hi everyone, meet Fred." And they'll make like a whole thing, and they got like 10,000 likes. It's like,
Awesome.
can't, like, you do you, booze. Like, I applaud you guys. I will never have that confidence. Never had, never will. Like, I just don't have it. But yeah.
I will destroy it.
Yeah, that was me. I will conquer you. You will leave my face tonight. Anyway. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Before I keep on getting more off the rails.
I just have like a visual of you like going at your face like
Girl.
at nighttime.
Girl.
It's a battlefield,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay. Last story before we sign off. It was so bad. Okay, remember back then I wanted to be a doctor, right? It was so bad. I would used to go, I mean, everybody that has a problem with like things that are a little, this is trigger warning for like goriness in essence. And if you have like needle problems, then sign off now. Mind you, I have a fear of needles, but this is how desperate I was. We're going into the story now. Trigger warning. I would go into my mom's like tin
This is
can.
exactly what not to do at home.
Do not do this at home. I repeat, do not. This was stupid. This was awful. I could have. Anyway, you'll
still
see.
does it, probably.
Do not do it. Actually, Mario actually did it for me the last time, but he's a doctor. I blame that on him. Anyway, so I went to my mom's tin can because, of course, you know, in a Cuban household, everything that's a tin can is used for storage.
Storage, yeah.
So my mom's tin can had, but the one specifically for knitting, like for
needlework,
needlework, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, patchwork, whatever. I went in there, got a needle, the longest one I could find, thin. I'm like, okay. Back then we had a gas range. So I went to the gas range in the kitchen. At least I sanitized the bitch, okay?
Yeah.
I put it on the on the fire to sanitize it. you know, so it got like really hot. Then I waited. Just held it. I just held it for a while, looking at it. I'm like, okay, maybe now I could pluck it into my face. And then after I thought that it was sanitized because, you know, fire kills whatever, everything, whatever. Then I punctured it because it was a cystic acne that had no head on it, had nothing. It was just, dude, I would get the worst ones. Like they were just plain,
just cystic.
Cystic, but they had no opening.
End. Yeah.
So I'm like, this bitch needs to get the fuck out now. And then I made the hole. I made the hole, and I'm like,
did you get it?
I got it, but it, like I couldn't get the sac. Like I can't get the whole thing. Like I just got it to the point of like I popped the hole to drain it.
Yeah. Did it drain a lot?
Yeah.
Wow.
It drained a lot. My mom found that and she almost killed me. Almost murdered me, but I was like, it's gone. I'm like, it wasn't gone, but at least I was able to drain it. And then I ended up putting like a bunch of Neosporin on it and whatever else I could. Like the
Neosporin is like terrible.
I know. I did everything wrong. That's what I'm saying.
If you're getting anything from this podcast, never put Neosporin on anything.
Mario says the same thing. I can't believe it. Yeah. And then mind you, at least me in my household with my mom, it was like Neosporin on everything. Like, you know, the movie, the Greek movie of like,
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Windex. It was Neosporin or Vicks Vapor Rub for everything. At least that's how it was in my household.
I know. Same.
Yeah. So
or an egg. My dad put freaking egg.
Egg?
An egg. Yes. If it was a burn, if it was anything, he would put freaking eggs on me.
No.
Yeah. I don't know how it worked. Or at least I remember it worked. And my mom did it for Nora when she was like 6 months old.
No.
Yeah, my mom was like cooking something and a little bit of like boiling water like splashed out. I'm talking about like a drop.
Yeah,
it landed on Nora. She didn't even cry or anything.
Yeah.
But my mom was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna put some egg on it. And she put an egg on it and broke out into a full egg allergy reaction.
No.
Yes. And she did it. My mom didn't have a car. She was calling me and I was at work. And I was like, why would you put an egg on her? And she's like, oh, because of this and that. She's like, what do I do? And then I'm like, Benadryl? Like,
Oh my God. Poor Nora.
Oh, she was fine.
Does she still have egg? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what I was gonna ask. Like,
no, well, I asked my friend, that a really good friend of mine that's an allergist, and I was like, now what do I do?
Yeah.
You know, my mom put it on her skin, and I know that sometimes it's worse to put one of those high allergy foods on the skin because you can create like a pretty bad sensitivity.
Okay.
Instead of just eating it.
Yeah.
So then I pretty much microdosed her with eggs every single day so I would make sure she didn't have an egg allergy. I literally would cook it and I would like brush her lips and then give her a little piece every single day. I was like, nope, she's not gonna have an egg allergy. And I pretty much microdosed her. Do not do that at home, for the love of God.
Yeah, only because she's a physician, she knows what she's doing, but do not do that, please.
And I just microdosed her until she eats plenty of eggs now. Tempered and all.
Oh my God.
Anyways, okay.
Anyway.
We digress.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for listening.
Thank you, guys. And
maybe we'll do blood typing for the next one. I don't know.
Well, yeah, definitely. Like, blood typing is definitely going to come up. And there's a lot to talk about that one, too. It's like...
Really? Wow, these are things that I'm like...
Yeah,
like, tell me these topics, and I'm like, okay, sure. And then there really are things that we can talk about.
Think about it, you know? And then people wanted to hear about it. So, hey, we'll give it to you guys.
We're going to give it to you guys. Blood typing. All right, ABO, let's go.
Let's do it, you know? But anyway, we'll talk about that. And keep a lookout for our TikTok. We'll be definitely posting more there.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely do more of the pollings and all that stuff on Instagram. So make sure that you take a look at that and vote. Because this last time we had 50-50 and I had to remind you guys to please break that tie, and you guys did.
We did it.
And we did it. So keep a lookout for that.
Okay.
We'll catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Like, comment, review us on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, etc.
Check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Funny Medicine Podcast. Our Gmail is at funnymedicine305@gmail.com. And remember, we are not diagnosing you.
Definitely not. Just funny stuff.
See you later, guys.